everyone. I am here in Clear Lake, Iowa. Wanted to stop and show you guys this. This is the crash site back here in this field for Ritchie, the Big Bopper, and Buddy Holly. So pretty neat. I guess you'd say it's a big pair of Buddy Holly glasses about 5 feet off the ground. So that's that. Gonna walk right on back and see if there's any monuments, relics back here. Every year they still do a concert right here in Clear Lake, Iowa, which is where the plane took off from. There's a Clear Lake address out here, but we're in the middle of nowhere. Check it out. Not sure how I ever heard about this place, but it was something that I wanted to see, so I came here about 10 years ago actually on a road trip, and this is my first time back through the area. Thought I'd stop in again, and I never went back in the field last time, so going back now. A couple interesting facts. Every February at the Surf Ballroom here in Clear Lake, they still do a tribute concert, and there's a monument out there as well. That building has been added to the National Register of Historic Places, so that's pretty neat. They took off from Clear Lake around 1 in the morning. Everyone was traveling by bus, but because the weather was so bad that night and Buddy Holly had been sick, he decided to charter this plane. It was headed up to Minnesota. It's supposed to play the next day in Fargo-Moorhead, and decided it would be better if he could get a good night's sleep at the next stop, so it would only be a short flight rather than riding on a cold bus all night long with no heat. That's pretty random, walking, and I could see people ahead of me. There are people up there too, but just happened to hear them talking about the Secretary of State in Michigan and how they handle something. So I asked them if they're from Michigan, and sure enough, they are from Remus, which is 25 minutes from where my barn is. Still go back, and they still have a house there, but they live in Minnesota right now, so small world. Anyway, he said it's pretty worth it to come back here and check it out, so I'm happy I did. I believe it was Ritchie Valens was on the plane, and he was also getting sick, and Waylon Jennings was in the band for Buddy Holly at the time, and he was supposed to be on the plane. Ritchie Valens, being sick and all, traded him a spot, and he made the joke that, "Boy, I hope you freeze tonight, Waylon," talking about him riding on the bus. And Waylon in turn said to him, "Yeah, well, I hope your plane crashes." And sure enough, it did. So that's a kind of a lesser known fact, but those who know the story kind of know it, but it's just kind of a weird thing that affected him the rest of his life, apparently. Kind of crazy. And another weird coincidence, you'll see it in the video. I walk back and the guy says, "Oh great, I don't want to see you here," something along those lines. What's going on? He's got an Ohio State shirt on, and I've got my Michigan national champion and the tattoo. He's from Columbus, born and raised, it sounds like. Big Ohio State fan, so we talked and joked around. Nice guy. He's here on business up south of Minneapolis, which is the next closest city really. And so he's here on business, and that's that. Had a little time to kill. This has been on his roadside bucket list for years, he said. So here is the site. We've got these nice stainless plaques. Not sure who this is, but I'm going to assume that was the pilot. That's that. Going to head on over to the Surf Ballroom next and show you that. $5 donation to get in. Not sure if I will actually go inside, but Chris, the guy here from Ohio State I just met, said it's definitely worth going inside. He, of course, wasn't here in the 50s, but said he assumes it looks about the same. So gonna go check that out. Might just drive past and get some outside shots. This is pretty cool, actually. I'm not gonna go in. Truck's behind me. I'm in this big parking lot, which is great for a concert venue, but unfortunately I'm sure they won't like me parking for too long, but just wanted to walk up front and kind of check it out. Again, not sure if this is exactly what it looked like in 1959, but I'm sure it was awful close. Got some pretty big names coming here. Guess that makes sense if it's still an operating venue. So again, I don't know a ton about this whole situation, but I'm sure inside's pretty neat. You can check out the old arched roof. So that's that. If you're a fan of American music, especially 50s and 60s, this would definitely be kind of a pilgrimage of sorts to take out here. It's only about 11 minutes, 6-mile drive from the crash site right into town here. Right across the road is the lake. And out here, of course, not much to protect you from the wind, I can imagine, in the 50s. February 3, I think it was 1959, so weather, I'm sure, is just horrendous out here. Nothing to stop the wind or break it up. With that said, of course, I can understand why the plane went down. So it was very sad, of course. They were in the, not even the pinnacle probably of their careers yet, those three guys. But again, check it out if you're ever in this area. It's pretty easy access off the interstate. Actually, when I came in, both times I came in back roads, but that's about it. So thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe, share with your friends. If there's any other roadside oddities you'd like me to go check out first so you don't have to and get there and be bummed out, or want me to kind of make an itinerary, by all means let me know down in the comments, or send me a direct message, Facebook or Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys.